The content of this podcast is provided for general informational purposes only and is not intended as, nor should it be considered a substitute for professional medical advice. Hello, this is Karen Nickel, family nurse practitioner, and you are listening to Itchy and Bitchy, a podcast that provides answers to your many unanswered health questions. Before I get started on today's episode, I want to share a recent podcast review with you. This is from Cindy, and she says, Karen has a true gift for putting the cookies on the bottom shelf. She breaks things down in a way that's clear, accessible, and genuinely helpful for the average woman navigating today's fast-moving world. She stays right on the edge of the latest trends, brings fresh insights without ever overwhelming her listeners. What I love most is her balance. Every episode comes with well-thought-out pros and cons delivered with honesty, warmth, and a touch of humor. Whether you're looking to stay informed, make smarter choices, or just feel understood, Karen's podcast is the one you want in your rotation. Highly recommend. Okay, wow, Cindy. Thank you so much for leaving a review and for your kind and thorough assessment of the podcast. Now, on to the episode. Because of a recent and significant happening in the lives of myself, my husband, and our son Forrest, I want to talk about the strength of the human-animal bond and the reasons why the loss of a pet can be especially heartbreaking and how to deal with the grief we experience with such a loss. Our pets are always there for us, even when we're in a terrible mood. When I'm tired and in a poor mood, I know it's hard to believe I could be in one, but when I'm tired and in a poor mood, I couldn't help but approach our lovebird named Saki and talk to her in a happy, playful voice. For example, I would say, "How's my baby doing? What are you up to? What you doing?" There is no other relationship like the one we have with our pets. The bonds are very special and they offer us unconditional love and support. Now, in the case of Saki, she was so sweet, but she could, and did, crush your finger with a powerful beak if you wanted her to do something she didn't want to do. Our animal buddies are often there throughout different phases of our life. We got an orange and white tabby cat for the family when Forrest was 4 years old. Forrest named him John, and we lovingly called him John Kitty Kitty, or JKK for short. He was an amazing pet. He lived for 21 years, so he saw Forrest through preschool, grade school, middle school, high school, college, and into his adulthood following college. Amazing. John was a constant presence and dependable relationship through many major changes in Forrest's life. For some people, the amount of time they spend with their pets is greater than with anyone else. Since a bird, cat, dog, or any other animal companion can bring out the best in us, we can feel like we have lost part of ourselves when we lose them. They teach us how to open our hearts to be more loving and giving. Saki not only pierced our fingers a time or two, she pierced our hearts and made us better people. Our pets become part of our family and identity. Saki is Forrest's lovebird, whom we adopted 7 years ago when Forrest's housing situation changed. So Andy and I are granddad and grandma. And we referred to ourselves in that way when we chatted with her. She became a beloved member of our family and brought fun and joy to our lives. Your pet can also add structure to your day, keep you active and social, and help you to overcome life's challenges. Because our furry, feathered, or scaled friends depend on us for all their needs, they can give us a sense of purpose and meaning. Many pets help fill the human basic need for physical touch and affection. We know that cuddling or snuggling with our pets not only makes us feel better, it actually improves our health. We have studies to prove it. Now, that being said, Saki loved to snuggle with Forrest. but snuggling was not her favorite thing when it came to her grandparents. I have been referring to our lovebird Saki in the past tense because she passed away recently on January 15th, 2026, after a very brief illness, and the grief and sadness is real. She filled this home with her chirps and clicks, and now it is filled with silence. After this quick break, I'll review some of the ways you can process the loss of a pet and some of the ways we have been processing Saki's death. I'll be right back. Welcome back. A pet loss can be extra difficult because some of our friends, family, and coworkers might not understand. They might say something like, "Get over it, it's only an animal." This has happened to me in the past, and if this happens to you, it is best not to argue with that person or persons about whether your grief is appropriate or not. Rather, it's best to realize and accept the fact that the best source of support may come from outside your usual circle of friends and family members. You can seek out others who have lost pets, as they are likely to be able to appreciate the magnitude of your loss and can share methods they used to work through their grieving process. While some people may not understand the depth of feeling you had for your pet, you should never feel guilty or ashamed about grieving for your beloved animal companion. Let yourself feel whatever you feel without embarrassment or judgment. It's okay to be angry, to cry, or not to cry. I have done plenty of crying for our little Saki in front of all kinds of people, and I'm not much of a crier. It's also okay to remember your pet joyfully and to let go when you're ready. Your journey of grief will not take on a prescribed pattern or series of changes. Here are some of the things to consider while you are actively mourning your loss. Acknowledging the full reality of your loss may take weeks or months and will happen in a time that is right for you. Be kind to yourself as you adjust to life without your sweet pet. The stress of losing an animal friend can quickly deplete your energy and your emotional reserves. Looking after your physical and emotional needs will help you get through this difficult time. Spend time face-to-face with people who care about you. Eat a healthy diet, get plenty of sleep, and exercise regularly to boost endorphins and help improve your mood. I can tell you right now, there are listeners out there who know me, and I can hear them saying to me, "Right, Karen, take your own advice." And I promise that I am trying to do so. Remember that just as it took time to build the relationship with your pet, remember when you first got them, it will also take time to get used to them not being there. Take your time to work through your feelings rather than trying to push them away or ignoring them. You can continue your relationship through your memories, which allows your pet to live on in you. Embracing these memories, both happy and sad, may require small steps, but they are important steps. Take time to look at photos or write about the time you had together. Remembering the fun and love you shared with your pet can help you to eventually move on. A funeral can help you and your family members openly express your feelings. Rituals like this can aid healing. For Saki, I made a burial wrap of beautiful handmade paper and decorated it with one of Saki's feathers. My husband and I stood beside her grave and thanked Saki for all she gave to us and to Forrest. I marked her grave with the pink bell that she loved so much. It was her absolute favorite toy, and it was big enough for her to stick her head into and listen to herself chirp away. I also have saved some of Saki's feathers to help us remember her gorgeous green, peach, and blue plumes. When a pet dies, it's natural to question the meaning and purpose of pets in your life. Do I want another pet? Why do I have a pet? Coming to terms with these questions is another need you must meet during your grief journey. Be aware that it's in the asking, not the finding of concrete answers, that is important. Accept the love and support of others because you never just get over grief. Again, you can meet this need by talking to other pet owners who have experienced the death of a pet. The experience of loss is different for everyone and can present unique challenges. Sometimes we can overthink things during mourning rather than listening to our hearts. If you find yourself comparing your level of grief to others who have what you might consider to be a more significant loss, remember that your grief is your grief, and you are as deserving of the care and attention as anyone else who has experienced loss. If your grief is persistent and interferes with your ability to function, it is important to seek professional help if needed. If you don't already have a mental health professional to contact, reach out to your primary care provider for an appointment to discuss treatment options. I will post some pictures of Saki and how we memorialized her on our website and Facebook page if you want to see our precious bird. Many thanks to all of you for listening. Wherever you listen to this podcast, please leave a review and rate the podcast. Your reviews and ratings really matter, and thank you, Cindy, for your review. Also, make sure you follow the show so that it will be automatically downloaded. That matters too. I encourage you to visit our Facebook page, I and B Podcast, where you can give us a like and leave comments or questions for me. Our website is itchyandbitchy.com, where there are blogs with some of our subjects available for you to read. As I mentioned, I will share some pics of our sweet lovebird Saki on the website and Facebook page. Thank you to Forrest Winsel, my son, Saki's dad, our producer and composer of our theme music, and the person who does all the behind-the-scenes work to make this podcast possible. Thank you, Forrest. Forrest continues to thrive at Peabody Music Conservatory and started his final semester of the master's program. If you want to listen to what he's creating, you can go to his website, forrestwinsel.com. Remember that your health is in your hands.